Start off with Jared.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of 44 Stat. My name is Coop Charles. Along with me, I got Bruh Long and West Coast Dave. How's everybody doing this week?
Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Oh, shucks. That's what I'm talking about.
Ah,
99 and a half won't do.
no.
Yes,
Boy, y'all starting off right already. I like this here. I like
now I
where we
got to get
going
that
with this
song
here.
too. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. I
for
like where we
sure.
going with this here.
And a half. What's on that? 99 and a half will do.
That's
Who is that?
that's a staple in the black Baptist church, man.
But that's a R&B song too.
Yeah. Oh, well, who's song? No, I don't remember that as no R&B song. Oh yeah, it is. It's
Yeah. 99 and a half won't. That's a song. I got to write it down and look it up later.
I feel
that's
bad
back in
because
the
I should be
80s,
on my
I think.
R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's back in the 80s.
I should I should know this.
And a half
Yeah,
won't.
won't do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you didn't
There
stump
we
me
go.
now. See, y'all. All right, we acting fool already. So let's go on and get
All
into
right,
this.
let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
get into this here from the start. We're gonna start
All
with
right,
NFL again this
we're gonna
week
start.
because it's been some mega craziness going on in the NFL. Cool, we coming to you, Daddy.
Do you
What
want
you
me to
gonna
give
do
my
with
take,
Jared, bro?
or you want me to Oh, down Wilson Pickett. That's talking about Wilson Pickett. All right, there we go. All right, and but anyway, back to
Who you
Jared.
said? You said Wilson Pickett.
You say Wilson Pickett?
Wilson Pickett.
Wilson
Yeah,
P.
Wilson
Pickett.
Pickett.
Okay,
That's it. That's him.
okay. Wilson P.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pickett. All right. We
yeah.
good now. I knew it. Look
All
at
right,
it.
so
Yeah, between the three of us, we're gonna get it some kind of
We
way.
get it now. Yep.
some kind of way. But anyway, back to Jerry. Do you want me to just single Jerry out of the Cowboys organization as a whole?
Well,
Because
that's
at some
Jared.
point you got to have some,
That's
you got to
all.
have some accountability, and I think Jerry needs to sit in this and he needs to revel in it, wallow in it, whatever he needs to do. Um, it's not gonna make a difference, but he needs to take ownership for all of this because it's his fault. I mean, in the off season, he could have done some things so we wouldn't be in this position. We lost a lot on defense. A lot of it went followed Dan Quinn to the Commanders. We couldn't hold it, and then what we kept, I thought, and that's silly me. I thought Mike Zimmerman would come in there. At least we would be shored up at linebacker position, but that didn't happen. And I think the whole season, from the first snap, I mean, we beat the Cleveland Browns, yeah, but in every other game it's and I forgot who the commentator was. He summed it up perfectly. Defense is just soft. They're not tackling. They're not trying to do anything. They're not communicating. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it's just not working. Dak, they can run from 20 to 20, but after that, all you getting is a field goal. Aubrey, oh man, he's MVP right now. That's the only one that can do something. He probably outscored everybody. Hey, that's a bad boy. But anyway, I digress. Cowboys got a lot of problems going on. They need to figure it out. Um, I don't see anything changing this year. They'll probably be what 5-12 by the end of the season. Unless they do something major to turn it around, I just don't see it happening. Whether you got pass rushers, Deron Bland, I don't care who. Jesus Christ himself to come play defense is not going to help them right now. It's just bad. It's just bad all the way around.
Man,
You know,
you
you
done
got
went to the
bickering on
good
the
old
offense.
JC.
Yeah, you got bickering on the offense. Your quarterback and your wide receiver not getting along. Um, question. I don't know because I'm not in the Dallas area, but I'm pretty sure the running game is on a milk carton out there somewhere. It's gone. I ain't seen it. I don't know
And
where
it
it
ain't
is.
God. It's no attempt to see if, like, I'm with Zeke on this. Like, I don't know if you're good or what. I mean, I don't know if you're washed or not.
You're not.
But
You're
there is
not.
Right.
still no even attempt to see if there's
Exactly.
a running game because I have a team that does not run the ball either, except for the last two games where they decided to make an effort to at least
Hmm.
try. Because if you don't run the ball, it just gets to be a long ass.
Yeah.
Because man, really, I
Yes.
thought the game, it was the third quarter. And I'm like, this game
Hmm.
is going into because it was almost the last game to finish of the first slate, wasn't it? I'm like, man,
Yeah,
this
it
game
was. It
Uh-huh.
was.
Yeah.
It lasted that long because when they switched over
Yeah.
here, I think it was still 6 minutes left to go in the Cowboy game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a rain delay or no? It was just a bunch of man.
Yeah. This is bad all the way around.
The thing is, and Jerry has the blueprint. Honestly, if he would think, but Jerry don't want to do what is going to win in the NFL. But Jimmy Johnson gave him the blueprint 30 years ago.
It sure did.
And the blueprint was massive offensive line, good defensive line, run the football, play action off that. You got a wide receiver that's good. That can do play action pass, and I'm not going to take anything away from him. As much as I'm a Cowboy hater, and I'm really going to be one of the few people in this world right now. It is not Mike McCarthy's fault that y'all are where y'all at right now. Okay,
no,
and that Mike McCarthy is an easy target, but this one ain't on him. Okay,
it's always the coach's fault.
No, Kelsey.
Under Jerry,
it's always the coach's fault. But on this one, now last year when y'all lost in the playoffs, that was Mike McCarthy. That clearly was Mike McCarthy, okay? But I'm not putting this year on Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy is working with, and I heard this before we got on the show off of Swagoo and the fellas and whatever. And really, honestly, y'all from a playmaking standpoint, y'all are on par with the Carolina Panthers. Y'all are.
We don't have anything. Nothing.
Y'all don't have anything.
Like I said, the run game's on the milk cart. I'm telling you.
I mean, you got to try though.
Like, it ain't an attempt. Like,
no, they're not trying. They already know, and you getting behind the sticks early, and you got to throw 90 times. I'm sorry, I'm from the South. 11 times.
11 times. That's right. You got, but you ain't gonna win like that, bro. Because one of the things that y'all not doing, and because even if y'all do get in scoring position, all y'all doing is kicking field goals.
Brandon Harper's a bad seller.
But look here, this ain't Mark Mosley back in 1982. Y'all ain't winning. Y'all not winning games kicking field goals because your defense sucks. Okay.
They look terrible on defense. They walking around. I mean, they're standing around. You see a guy running by. You know you the last one. You know you don't have no safety back there. What are you doing?
Well, look here. What pisses me off is how y'all look good last Sunday night, and then y'all look like this trash on Sunday. I'm like, where was all this when y'all were playing us? Where y'all was stinking up the joint, Sunday, but y'all were clinging to us like we was Teflon or something.
Like Detroit. Like I do agree with Jerry. I think it was Jerry. Saying that Detroit, if you're not careful, they play fast. Like the receivers, and they will because we were playing. They will get you if you do not make you gotta get the golf and make him jittery because if he gets into them, they run like they want to tackle you. You know what I'm saying? They run like a defender.
They're aggressive, yeah.
Well,
they thought that physicality on that because, I would say the Pittsburgh-Dallas game, if Givens wants to just show maybe a quarter more effort or some effort more, you guys win that game. He is trying to be Antonio Brown with less talent. Well, that's once they get the Givens problem figured out, that team is unstoppable. But it's just like these wide receivers.
Well, you remember you're talking to a former wide receiver.
No, I'm saying today's though.
We were like that too. It's just the point was
they just quit though. I mean, when they get down, it's a quit factor that happens with the ones that are deemed the it's now. Where when you got them Detroit Cats, they run at you. They don't run away from contact or none of that. Yeah.
Well. See, the thing about it is when you highly paid, sometimes you let the cash, go to your head, and
there's an expectation,
and you ain't got that heat. But then you got a guy like I got a guy that's got all the talent in the world and think he that great, and the effort don't always be there. And I'm like, bruh, that's not how you gonna. First of all, you ain't gonna last in Pittsburgh like that. And then second of all, if you're not showcasing your talent every week, it's not doing you any good. Okay, because the thing is, and we've all seen it, especially when you play for Pittsburgh. Once you leave Pittsburgh, you're never gonna be as good as you were with the Steelers, as opposing to being with somebody else. So I mean, again, to tie up this Cowboy thing,
we stink.
What Kel said, I mean, I'm really not gonna go in like I normally go in on y'all because of the fact I knew when y'all played Detroit. I knew when y'all played Detroit was gonna try to destroy y'all because of the fact
because last year,
because of last year. So you already knew that was gonna be an ugly football game. But looking at your schedule you got coming up, bruh, it's gonna be real ugly for y'all going into even before we get to Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be.
We bought our opera tickets and she's warming up.
Oh yeah, the fact. She is in AT&T. I ain't gonna lie.
Actually, the next loss and the next Washington win without a loss, it's over.
Yeah,
I put it like this.
That's really what it's. The season's starting to get down to like last night with the Jets, Buffalo. With Buffalo winning that game. To me, and it's we'll get. I don't know if we talked about. We'll talk.
We're gonna talk about it. Go ahead.
That victory Buffalo got really nullifies the Jets trade because now you got a head, and so that game right there, you're still going to be battling from back because of that head-to-head matchup that just happened. So I'm actually like the Devontae Adams trade should have happened a week earlier because now they got good too because they got Cooper better. They got Cooper.
Better.
And y'all got Adams but behind on the head-to-head game. What I'm saying when it get down to that time. So
right,
I actually think that win nullified for this season. Nullified, and he's 40 years old. That win nullified the Devontae Adams trade for the Jets, as Tupac say, a conglomerate, organization, and an entity as a whole.
As a whole, exactly.
Well, see, the thing about it is, when we started, we thought the Cowboys would be, playoff team because of the fact we saw what the division could have been. What we didn't anticipate was that the Commanders was going to come out here and play football.
Well, I think we knew they had the potential, but we didn't think they'd turn it on this fast. Maybe another year.
Well, the thing about it now, even with Jaden playing, I really didn't think their defense was good enough to get them, in a position to contend. But honestly, looking at them right now, they are the best team in the East. And really, the Eagles are deficient on a many level. So, you got to figure, the Eagles going to be struggling to get that second wild card because I don't think they're going to win the division.
The NFC North going to get a wild card. You ain't got to worry about that.
It's going to be crazy. The NFC North,
all of them,
it is shaping up to get all the wild cards.
All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on the real. They shaping up to get all the damn wild cards.
All of them.
The worst record is what, 4-2? The worst record is 4-2, right?
The worst record is 4-2, and the thing about it, you got to figure the 4-2 is only 2 games back because the only reason because the Vikings are undefeated.
And then think about it too. Jordan Love got hurt.
Right, and if he wouldn't have got hurt,
exactly,
it would be even tighter.
The wild card.
I was high on Green Bay going into the season. Now that I've seen this, the Bears have made a tremendous transformation into what they are now. And I'm like, it's going to be a problem. The Vikings play good enough. Can they sustain it? That's the only thing you can say. And you already know Detroit, long as Detroit don't get in their own way. Now, I think they're going to take a step back because losing Hutchinson hurts.
Yeah.
Because they don't have pass rushers. That's their biggest problem. They play good against the run.
Against us.
Yeah,
and
but
if he has 6 sacks.
Right. You're going to have to, if they make a trade, and there's a couple of folks that they got out there that everybody hollering about, I don't think you go get Rashawn Reddick because I don't think he fits what Detroit does. But if you do go to Cleveland and get Myles Garrett, that works. And you would think Myles Garrett makes a lot of money, but Myles Garrett does not make a lot of money. His contract is not a killer. It's decent, but it's not a
But
killer.
it's team friendly, so they could.
Right.
I mean, they had a great defense or decent defense
So Myles Garrett
at
is
one
available.
point. I
I
think
think
Yeah,
everybody in
Cleveland
Cleveland is available right
Cleveland
now,
is
bro.
available. Yeah, Cleveland is available right now.
Everybody in
Everybody
Cleveland is
available.
available.
Mhm.
You got to figure they not going nowhere, man. I don't know. I hate it for Deshaun because he's a Clemson alum. I honestly, when he was trying to get out of Houston, I wanted him to come to Pittsburgh desperately because we needed a quarterback. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the situation has taken
It's in his
everything
head.
from him
It's in
or
his head.
what it is. But the thing is, he need to get out of his head, bro, because yeah, you getting paid and they can't, it's guaranteed. So you're gonna get all your money, but at the same time, you're not gonna be in the league next year, doing the stuff that you
No.
do. And then you're not even talking legitimate football language right now. You're talking craziness. You know, it's almost like you got on field CTE right now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, dealing with those accusations, all the litigation, man, it's taking a toll on him. And then he don't have a line, so he taking shots. It's bad all the way around.
But the thing
Only thing he
is,
got is the
though,
money.
is he really got a bad offensive line? Because you know,
Not really.
I think it's more him than anything else. He's not making his reads quick or making quick decisions. I don't think the
He's
line
not there.
is that terrible.
He's checked out. Something you could tell that situation is messing with him.
Is it the situation though? Because the thing is this here. I know you got allegations. I know your name is out there and it's been besmirched. You like that vocabulary in the field class.
So like my lady said, it's been satirized, salvaged, all that. Yeah.
But honestly, you think, okay, you didn't pay the amount of money that he's paid out to these ladies is not a significant sum of money. So it's not like he's lost millions and millions of dollars on top of all of this here. What is it? Because
it's his name.
Well, but you should have
he
thought
can't
about
go anywhere.
that.
He can't do anything.
You should have
Only
thought
place
about that
he
before
can
all that
halfway be
happened, though,
himself
bro.
is on the field.
Is one of them dudes who was hoping that he's like, you know, a person got a weird personality. You know, they just got they just not awkward. Deshaun is like an awkward personality to me. And then he is into this. And then when that came out, you know, they dabble in stuff. You know, you got them weird ones. He got that look. You know, look at his eyes. He got that fetish ass look. I don't know how the hell to describe for masseuses, and I don't know, but. And then this came out, and he really was like a nerd, but with a fetish. And now he caught up because he don't know what to do with this because he was just doing this in his room with the Playboy magazines under the bed and Mama Carter playing footsie with his unmentionables. Hell, I don't know. I mean, that's what he reminded me of. He got caught with the book in his hand when Mama walked in the room. You remember that Dave Chappelle episode? Grandmama, no! We're on the toilet. Grandmama, no!
Mama, no!
That was Deshaun Watson and Grandmama, no!
Oh.
Now, Grandmama, no!
Oh, oh no, man!
Oh man,
I've been trying to hold it.
That's it. I got something for him. That's it right there. Grandmama, no.
Oh no! Oh God!
He got caught on the toilet. Yep.
He didn't went to the Chappelle show on this, bro. Oh my God!
But y'all know that look I'm talking about. You know
I know, man. I know. It's just sad.
For that. Yeah.
It's just sad that it's at this point, though. You know what I mean? But
that's a lot of talent, man.
I mean, yeah, man, because Deshaun was and still is, because I ain't gonna take it from him. He is one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time. Okay. The things that he was able to do those 2 years and those 2 games against Nick Saban's outstanding, because if you go back and look at the rosters, okay, it is the NFL right now for both teams. Both teams had NFL rosters, okay? So, And he went toe to toe 2 years in a row with him, lost one, won one. He is what he is. The thing about it, and this is the crazy part about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was so good that when Trevor Lawrence came behind him, it made it look like, oh my God, here we go again. And Trevor is struggling in the same vein because he can't live up to what he has. Because when you've been surrounded, when you play college ball and you're surrounded by superstars, where all you got to do is just get the ball to them and let them work, it does something to you. And the thing about it, they haven't been able to, neither one of them have been able to replicate what they did in college. And part of it is because of the organizations that they've been a part of. And part of it is purely on them. Because Trevor looks like a deer in headlights, bro. It's like,
I watch, man, because they can't come on early over here, 6:30 in the morning. But that throw he missed, I think it was the second quarter. Dude was wide open on the sideline. That is the underthrow on that.
Underthrow, okay.
You know that what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? But I got
normally he overthrow.
Trevor Lawrence, if you really look at it, got worse every year at Clemson. But if you go take a look at his accuracy and he got worse every year at Clemson.
He did.
Well, his receivers left. A lot of his receivers left because you got to remember he had 6'3", 6'4" guys that would go get it, like Antonio said. But that LSU game, had he not overthrown half of those passes, that they wouldn't be talking about Joe Burrow right now.
The LSU game screwed him up badly because that championship game has destroyed a lot of players in the NFL. Let's just put it like that. Because
he hasn't recovered from that yet.
He ain't recovered from it, and then it overanalyzed what LSU was, even though they were great, but it made them look like they were unstoppable, and that wasn't even the case. Because if you think about it, none of those players, they've been to the Super Bowl. Joe's been to the Super Bowl. Jamal's been to the Super Bowl. T's been to the Super Bowl. But the thing is, you finna break that up in Cincinnati, okay? T more than likely is coming home. Whether it's coming to Atlanta or coming to Carolina, he's more than likely gone because you can't pay him and Jamal. Jamal deserves it. I'm not taking anything from him. Huh?
Watch out for the Titans for T as well.
Yeah. That's true.
Because he's from Tennessee. Just watch out.
I know.
And that's just a little bit of dabbling, just watch out for Tennessee.
But my concern with Tennessee is this here. One, they're going to be on another quarterback because Will Levis ain't it. And then two, I hate to say this, I don't think Tennessee is built to be any good for the next 5 to 10 years because you thought they would have made some moves to put themselves in line with the South. But right now, this looks like it's going to be Houston and possibly the Colts for a while. And the thing about this AFC South is the Texans are young. Plus, I love DeMeco Ryans. I am a DeMeco Ryans fan as a coach.
I agree with the Houston take. The Colts are very catchable.
But the thing about the Colts is
very catchable.
The Colts, I think, are gonna.
They also have an owner who don't know what the hell he's doing.
Right.
And so that's why I say the Colts are, that just because they are not from the most stable, ownership group either.
Well, I think he's gonna blow it up because here's the thing: if Anthony Richardson continues to get hurt, and you're gonna rely on Flacco to take you wherever you need to go, and then the things that you still haven't addressed with the Colts, your defense is still not top notch. Your offense scores, but it's not scoring when Anthony Richardson is in the game. The thing is, Irsay is stupid enough to blow it up at the end of the year, because that's what he does. If you don't have the right front office or right coaching staff in there to kind of keep him at bay, it's going to be a problem. And see, here's the thing. Even with the trade this week, Cleveland is throw the white flag. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're irrelevant. So it's gonna be Cleveland, the Titans, the Jaguars, Raiders. The thing is, it's gonna get worse before it get better.
Mhm.
You know, I love Mike Tomlin, but Mike Tomlin then lost his mind. He talking about playing Russ Sunday. I'm like, for what? Russ don't even need to. I'd be putting Russ on a one-way train down to Miami as quickly as possible because it ain't costing us no money. So send him, you know, because
I just want to see, does he want to see the deep ball together? Just because when Russ has a deep ball going, it can be one of the prettiest ones in football. And I'm wondering if does he think that can ignite something with, like, burning with hymns.
let me tell you, the Steelers, now the move that should have been made, and I'm kind of mad with them, but then I kind of understand it the same way too. You should have went and got Devontae Adams. That would have alleviated a lot of strain. It would have gave Pickens one-on-one on the outside, would have gave Freiermuth one-on-one on the inside. Najee is playing good football right now. We get Jaylen Warren back, hopefully Sunday night for this game against the Jets. That would have put us right now. Don't change up nothing. Play like you playing, because the vision is there to win. Okay, because if anybody watched the Ravens and the Commanders, you already know the Ravens defense is not dominant. Okay, everybody's on Lamar and King Henry right now because they running the football, but they doing what they supposed to do right now. When they have to play, when it gets cold and they have to play in the division, like we already know it's going to be, Lamar's going to have to prove, can he beat the Steelers? Can he beat the Bengals, really? Because you gave up 38 points to the Bengals. If they didn't do dumb stuff on their own, you wouldn't have lost that game. Everybody is so in love and enamored with the Ravens, like they think the Ravens are really a good football team. The Ravens are not a good football team, and nobody's understanding that. You know, oh, Lamar's playing great. Lamar ain't playing nobody. If once they start having to play somebody, i.e., in the division, okay, you're gonna see a difference because you're not gonna win the game running the football. He gonna have to make a pass here and there. And right now, you know, I'm seeing Bateman running free. Bateman ain't gonna be running free against everybody. You already know that.
See, I think with Lamar now, this regular season ain't none of this matter. If they can get to the playoffs and be healthy, that's like now Lamar is on a whole this regular season. I don't even judge none of this because they're gonna, if all kind of comes to fruition, they'll get to the playoffs. For me, it's what he does from here on out in the playoffs. The regular season for them, he's gotten to that spot because that's all anybody's going to talk about from now on. He can do whatever he wants now. He already got the MVP. Lamar Jackson gets my eyes. Well, he'll have my eyes after he beat our ass next week, this upcoming week, because we will get our ass. We don't do well with quarterbacks that are athletic. We just don't. That's going to be a beatdown. That's going to be a bad beatdown, actually. And so my whole thing with Lamar, this regular season stuff now, just because of what I don't care. It's gotten to be like, Lamar, can you get over this hump in the playoffs? And that is what's left for him to me, because the regular season, he's conquered to me. I mean, he ain't conquered, but he's conquered. MVPs, and that's over for him. And that's crazy. It's 5-6 years in the league that the regular season really don't matter for him no more, because that ain't what nobody even looking at him for. They're looking at, can this man win the Super Bowl? And that's what is left for him. Well, and that's what's left for me and him. The regular season, I mean, it is what it is. Because he can get another MVP, what's that going to mean? He can do all of that. Lamar Jackson's last cement legacy is to win a Super Bowl as a regular African American. Yeah, I had to throw that in there too.
As a regular African American, as opposed to
so me included, I don't count. I'm talking about that got slavery ancestor all the way through.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I got you.
Cornrow. Yeah.
I call it Negro-dom. And if I was not on camera, it would be the other dome.
I got you. Mm-hmm. But let's be real about this here, though. There is a black dude.
Doug, of course. I'm talking about.
But no, what I'm saying is this here. There is a black dude that is still in the league that we ain't talking about because we just assume they're gonna be that great. There's nobody in the AFC that's gonna beat the Chiefs in Kansas City.
My own boy. No.
Oh no.
There's nobody gonna be. As much as I love my Steelers and the fact that we playing decent football, I already know we're not gonna beat the Chiefs. Okay, that's ingrained. Okay, there's nobody in the East. Buffalo is not gonna do it, even with getting Amari Cooper. That Buffalo's defense. If did y'all watch the game last night? Because we didn't go back and forth like we normally did because last night's game was terrible.
It's terrible.
It was terrible. So
and I'm sad that the Dodgers.
Well,
I called the sweep.
Look here, I love it.
Go ahead, man.
But anyway, the thing is, the Jets are pitiful. The Bills are pitiful. Okay. You look at the South again. Houston is the only thing that is stopping the Chiefs from going to the Super Bowl, and that's only because Houston got depth and they got players, and they're young enough to not know no better. Other than that, they're not gonna do anything. Steelers, if they play the Chiefs, we're gonna get blowed out because we can't handle all of those multiple whatever Andy Reid's gonna come out with. I already know that. That
schoolyard stuff.
The schoolyard stuff. We can't do nothing with that. If it was just regular straight up football, it'd be a slobber knocker. But once he started merry-go-round and then everything, we done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in the West. The Broncos are dead. The Raiders are dead. Harbaugh need 2 more drafts before the Chargers be anything. So, I mean, Pat Mahomes really looking at running the roost 3 more years. And really, now I'm going to go out on a limb and say this right now. Whoever come out of the NFC North might give them a problem.
Could beat them, yeah.
Might give them a problem.
If it's Detroit or Green Bay, not Minnesota.
Yeah. No.
Right. We agree on that. It has to be Detroit.
Yeah, if it's Detroit or Green Bay, I would say I would give them a better than average chance of winning the Super Bowl. If it's the Bears or Minnesota, it might be close, but they're gonna pull away.
The defense of the Bears might help, but
the only thing about the Bears that concerns me is the Bears don't run the football consistently enough when it gets cold. Well, just from where they are right now, they're doing fine right now, but when it gets cold, they're gonna have to run the football, and I don't think the Bears can run consistently enough to win football games.
And this has been 2 games now. I mean, that's not.
Well, I mean, the thing is this here. I don't feel like the 49ers are going anywhere.
No,
I think the 49ers always have. They always have the Seahawks number. That's number 1. And so I don't put much into that game because when they said they were going to come and when they do come, that is the team that comes and the stadium, they take it over. So that does not be, that really is never home. The Seahawks have to be really winning like back in the, Super Bowl time.
Yeah.
To outdo a 49ers crowd in Seattle. And I'm with you, T. I'm not believing in it, and especially not that game because, that was a perfect setup for them to just get a little bit of fake springboard. You know what I mean?
Well, you figure like this here. The Cardinals give everybody problems in the West. They get the Rams. If the Rams was healthy, I would say the Rams had a better than average shot to get the 49ers, but because everybody hurt, I take that off. The Cardinals gonna be like that fly at the cookout. They gonna aggravate you till somebody get the fly swatter and hit them, because that's what they do. That's how they quarterback play. That's how they do. The 49ers, they should win the West, no problem. Right now, the only way you're getting in right now, if everything stays the same, is if you win your division, because the North is going to take all the spots.
I agree with that.
The North is taking all the spots.
So, I think the North in both conferences are taking all of the
spots.
Leftover, all the leftover
all the spots. So you figure
I agree, man. I think the North in both conferences are going to eat up all of the playoff spots. You got to win your division.
You got to win the division, because you figure the Commanders should take the East, because I have no confidence in the Eagles at all. In the South, it's gonna come down to between the Falcons and the Bucks. And right now, I'm leaning on the Falcons, because Kirk is integrating himself into HCL culture, and the defense is getting better.
The second game is
it ain't Kirk Cousins. Hey Ray. Ray killing.
I do like Ray.
Yeah.
Hey, the thing is with that battle, because the second one happens in just 2 weeks from now, it is going to be the battle for them. Will be the remaining teams.
Right?
How do they stay? Yeah. And we all got the same schedule, pretty much, So it's going to be interesting with that. But you're right. Whoever loses, they going home.
They going home. So it's not going to be a spot.
Is the rest of it? Yep.
Yeah, it's not going to be a spot for them. So it's between them. And honestly, they blew out the Saints Sunday. But one of the positives I saw for the Saints was Spencer Rattler did play pretty good.
Until he got blitzed.
Yeah.
Let me do a little recap on that. I'm looking at Todd Bowles, the blitz master, and you are sitting there the whole first half just letting this dude run around. And then when you decide to do what you should have did, he became the Spencer Rattler that played against Clemson. And the Spencer Rattler, I know he just throws the ball, up or just tries to run and do stuff. I'm like, you're actually going to let this rookie quarterback who wasn't even second on the depth chart, you're not going to blitz him. And that's what you're known for. So, yeah, that was my whole thing on that one right there.
Over the years, Todd Bowles have did a lot of inexplicable things, and that.
Oh, who you telling, man?
And that's Todd Bowles in a nutshell. But that's where that situation there is. And then in the like I say, out west, the 49ers ought to win because everybody hurt. But the Cardinals are going to aggravate them the whole time. Cardinals ain't going to win no more than 5 or 6 games. But they're going to be in every game they play in just because that little boy is like a little midget running out there, and you can't do
man, that dude be gone.
I mean, you don't see none of them little feet just going, man. I'm like, God, boy, how you keep doing this here? And the thing is, I saw something today. Now, if they pull this trigger, and this is one, now I would say they was talking about sending Buda Baker to the AFC. Talking about sending them to
Raiders.
Not the Bengals, Buffalo. That's what they was talking about. But the thing is, if I'm the Steelers and if Buda Baker becomes available, go get Buda Baker.
Because I know, like his thing was, growing up Raiders, like, because it's just the area.
Well, the Ravens don't need him.
Yeah,
the Ravens don't need him because they got
Kyle. No, not Raiders. Raiders.
The Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Just because of the area. It's,
but you can't get him. You can't get him. Raiders don't even make that move because you're going from one bad situation to a worse situation. So don't even do that. If he deserves to go to a place where he's going to be respected, number one, and he automatically has a shot at a Super Bowl. So if the Cardinals put him on the market, I'm telling you now, and if I'm the Cardinals, don't do nothing stupid like put him on the market and send him to somebody in the NFC because that's just stupid, okay? Why would you do that? If you're going to send him somewhere, send him to the AFC, and sincerely, he can come play in Pittsburgh all day long. That's just my thought.
Yeah, because he's a dude who does his job. He works. I mean, he's that kind of cat. I mean, that I do my job. Pittsburgh known for the pale, what is the pale buckets, you come, still hard hat.
He can come, he can go to strong safety. We can keep Minka at free safety, and we will have another Palomalo and Ryan Clark situation for the next 10 years, and we good. That's what we need. Because my thing for the Steelers is strengthen the defense. The offense is what it is. If you didn't go get Devontae Adams, okay. There's no need to go. There's no need just to get somebody just to play wide receiver. Play with what you got, run the football, play defense, because that's what you're gonna need to do. That's how you're gonna win. Period. Don't let good players get by just because it's not a money thing. We got money. It ain't a money thing. We got money. Go get somebody that's gonna fit your culture. And honestly, if the Cardinals want to be stupid enough, I'm quite sure they got a wide receiver there that's decent, that ain't nobody talking about. Bring him with him. You ain't getting Marvin Harrison, so okay, bring it. Because the other thing I've seen is they talking about Nuke going to potentially to Buffalo or go to Kansas City. Now Kansas City if Kansas City go to get Nuke, bro, it's over. It's over.
See, the thing with
that wouldn't be fair.
I think.
What you say, Dave?
Yeah. No, I was thinking that for Kansas City, if they give him or the other dude, what's the other one? Oh yeah, Buda Baker. That's something I read.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say when talking about Buda Baker. And Kansas City is looking at getting Buda Baker too. So that was another kind of wire thing because of the way it is mid-season. It wouldn't cost them much in the way of assets. So
no, because you could not downgrading Buda's talent, but you could get Buda for a third, fourth round pick and be good.
He's long in the tooth now for the league. Yeah.
That would be good. And it's the same thing with getting Nuke. You ain't giving up. That's not a first round draft. That's not a first or second. You can get Nuke for a fourth or a fifth rounder. Yeah. And he can you imagine Nuke with Mahomes? Come on, man.
Wouldn't be fair.
I mean, you wouldn't even think about Travis Kelce no more. Because you already
not thinking about him now.
But I'm saying, you already know. All you gotta do is throw the ball somewhere around Nuke. Nuke gonna catch the football. He has not. That part of his game has not declined at all. He might not can't separate like he used to, but if you throw it at him, he gonna catch the football. And it's been like that all the way back to Clemson. So that's new, So that's the way to go. All right. So looking at week 6 games, Thursday night game, is the Broncos and the Saints.
Don't care.
Nobody really cares. Two middle of the road teams.
Hated it.
Only reason this game, did he say hated it?
Yes, sir.
He did.
Next.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
That one we ain't even. That don't even deserve a Twan in their review. What's the next?
Well, I was gonna say the only reason that game is significant is because it is Sean Payton going back to New Orleans. But since you didn't say hated it, we'll move on. You got again. And if I'm the British people, I don't want to see the Jaguars in England no more.
That's what I'm saying. Where are they staying? Do they got a spot in Big Ben? Where are they staying in London, man?
Bruh, they do it every year. They get one game, they get one home game anyway every year, and then they turn around and they get another game during the same season. I'm like, why? You've already subjected these people to this garbage last Sunday.
Game for them. Would you stop telling them that's a home game?
And then you're gonna subject them not only to the Jaguars, but you're sending the Patriots over there too, bro. This ain't football. This is not football. All right, you got the Titans versus the Bills. The big game on Sunday is Texans Packers at 1:00. I want to see this game. It's going to say where each program is this time. If the Texans can go into Green Bay and win this game,
it
gives them a leg up. If the Packers dominate the Texans is gonna say a whole lot about where we're gonna be in Super Bowl time because this is statement. This is statement game here, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now this one here is gonna be interesting.
The slobber knocker right here.
The Eagles versus the Giants, bro.
Giants gonna win.
Yeah. Hey,
bro.
The Giants will win that game.
Night, let me tell you how bad it was Sunday night, bro. I looked up. I was like, you know it's bad when you just say, I ain't punting no more. I'm going on both down because I can't get a third down to save my life, bro. I'm like, what in the world? And everybody, and see, Monday morning, all I heard, oh, Joe Burrow so great. No, they ain't. They stink. The Bengals stink, man.
Oh, yeah, that season's over.
The Bengals stink. If you couldn't score but 17 points, and remind you now, you didn't get them 17 till late in the fourth quarter, okay? Against the Giants. The Giants defense, I thought LT and Harry Carson was out there, bro. I'm like, what the world?
I told him I am so glad the baseball game was on Sunday night. All I had to do was go. It's crazy when you switch from the baseball game to the football game because the baseball game happened to be better.
Oh my God. I know Tarico. I already don't like listening to Chris Collinsworth at night anyway, but I know Tarico was like, I could have had a V8, bro. This here was the worst football game we could have actually put on for Sunday night. And it was terrible. Terrible. This game was in, and bad thing about it, this game was in question until late in the fourth quarter. This was a terrible football game. I was telling my wife, she asked me, talking about, was the game over with? I say, no. She talking about, well, what's the score? I said 10-7. She said, they in the first quarter? I said, no. They in the fourth quarter.
That was a terrible game. Like I said, I just kind of went back to that as a reference point.
Another big game, and this is gonna say a lot. Again, the North is coming alive on this. You got the Lions and the Vikings in Minnesota. Do the Lions have a letdown coming off the beatdown of the Cowboys? I would say yes.
And go ahead, T. I wanted to say something.
But if the Vikings win this game, this puts the Vikings 3 games up in the division. Puts them 3 games up in the division. So this is a big game.
Not only will they win, they will win by more than 2 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Because they will expose. This will be the exposure season for Andy Dalton. This is his hunting season.
Sam Darnold.
He's the same. All of them the same. Sam Darnold, Andy Dalton, all of them roll together to me.
All right. Seahawks go to Atlanta to play the Falcons. I'm looking for Kirk to show out.
Yes.
Seahawks are hurt.
Ray.
And there's a lot the talk radio. There is a lot of on the local thing with DK being, I call the sassy baller that he is, being sassy. So there's a lot of dissension, seems like, in the locker room, according to the local radio station.
Uh-oh.
But you know what the problem is, right? You ain't got Pete Carroll there to keep harmony.
No, I thought you said he missing Jalen Ramsey.
No.
Older brother and late.
No. The Bengals play the Browns in the Battle of Ohio. Do it even matter?
No.
We'll jump over that. We already know how that outcome. Depending on how bad the Bengals beat the Browns, is going to be how fast Myles Garrett get traded. Okay.
But do you think, because with football, blockbuster trades, it's hard. Do you think that, we've gotten our blockbuster, because Myles Garrett will be a big name. Well, I mean, let me change it, big name trade. Do you think we've gotten our big names with the 2 wide receivers? Because you just really all you get in NFL season most of the time.
Well, the thing is this here. The only reason I say Hutch, if Hutch wasn't hurt, you wouldn't even talk about Myles Garrett going nowhere. But because Hutch is hurt and ain't coming back, Detroit has to fill that hole. And there's nobody on their roster that can fill that hole. If they had someone that could back up Hutch and get that spot, I would say that makes a lot of sense. If it wasn't for that, we would be talking about where's T. Higgins going to go versus where's Myles Garrett going to go. because T. Higgins got to move because the Bengals cannot play him. If they're going to let him go finish out the season on that contract, he going to walk with no compensation.
I think T will get traded. I actually think you will see T get traded before you see Miles because they're going to want that salary relief. Going, and they don't want to have that headache of going into another offseason with a potential franchise tag.
But the only reason I say Miles is because, like I say, Miles has a big cap number, but it's a team-friendly cap number.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not a it's going to destroy you to pick up this $25 million. Yeah. It's not going to destroy anybody to pick up that $25 million. And if you're going to send him out of the conference, sending him to Detroit is the smartest move you could possibly make. If you're going to send him inside the conference, because that is something the Cleveland Browns would do.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Myles Garrett could end up in Kansas City. That's just how stupid Cleveland is, okay? He could end up in Kansas City. All right. We got the Dolphins and the Colts. This should be the last week before Tua possibly comes back. Don't nobody really care. Flacco is probably going to play again this week. Anthony Richardson, you flushing your career down the toilet.
Where's the game?
It's in Indianapolis.
I just think with Tua out, there needs to be some Shanahan / what's the Rams coach name?
McVay.
Creativity, where you find a way to get your ball to the playmakers. And even if you got to put CeeDee Lamb at running back, you remember when Dallas was kind of, so just you know the situation you're in. Now find ways, because I do say that about Shanahan, and they find ways to get the ball into the playmakers' hands. And what I'm seeing is they're just bogged down because they don't have anybody to throw the ball to. Tyreek Hill and Waddle's out though, right?
Waddle's out. Well, see, that's part of the problem. Waddle's out.
Yeah, Waddle's out.
A-Chain is out. Moster's out.
Moster's still in there?
Huh?
Moster's still out?
Moster's still
out.
No,
he came back, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why the offense.
I just would like to see them try to just be more creative, getting the ball into some of their hands a little bit.
Well, he ain't got nobody to get it. First of all, I don't know why they went into the season and didn't address backup quarterback.
That's enough. You know your situation.
You know the boy fragile. You didn't update backup quarterback at all. And this is another reason why are you not calling the Steelers to get Russ? I mean, that's the best backup situation in the league right now. Call him to get Russ.
Because Russ is hard. Russ is hard to absorb in your.
I know.
He becomes the story. And unless you want that pomp and circumstance, as they say, and what we are in and where that's going to happen, like, do you think Russ really moves the needle for them? And so they're probably saying, we don't want all of that, right? You know how they go with some of the passes.
I know.
Yeah.
But well, you need a quarterback.
There you go. Yeah.
You need a quarterback because Tua is one hit away from night.
But see, Russ ain't that long-term answer, though. See, like I told them, what should have happened, they should have cashed in the insurance money, because you can do that. It would have been an insurance injury, not to get your salary cap. The insurance, like they did with Luck.
Right.
You get an insurance hard cap. You can start over and go from there. And that's what I thought they should have did. Invoke their Lords of London clause and go on.
Well, I'm gonna throw this out here, and it's far-fetched, but it could work. Tua goes down, you get the insurance cap, you make a trade with the Cardinals, you get Kyler Murray.
Hey, my man, I would love to see the little engine that could in that offense right there. Hey, I would love to see that.
That would work.
That would definitely work.
That would work. Because
if you have to commit to him anywhere before he crossed the line of scrimmage, Tyreek Hill, they're gone.
Whoa.
And you have to commit to him.
He would drive people crazy in the AFC, because you already got to guard everybody that's out in the powder, and then you know them little feet gonna be everywhere. I mean, come on, man. You Miami would kill people, and I think that's the move to make. Honestly,
I'm with you.
That's the move to make because nobody coming out in the draft is gonna be good enough for you. Get Kyler Murray. That would be
Arizona will. Arizona don't care. I mean, it is what it is. So
if you don't get Kyler Murray, you go get Bryce Young. Them your only two options.
Yeah.
Them your only two options. Okay. All right. The Panthers play the Commanders on Sunday. Commanders should name their score. How long
He's a star.
Stay with Andy Dalton? How long?
For the remainder of the season?
Why? You're not going nowhere.
Because Bryce gonna be traded. No, it ain't for that. It's to protect your asset for the trade market. They will be doing what Chicago did, basically. They're going to be going back to the draft and get a quarterback.
Trade deadline is the end of October. You could have been then moved him.
No, not for the trade deadline. No. They know that season gone.
It's over.
All that off season, stuff that they do.
But waiting till the off season ain't gonna do you any good because you gonna go in. You looking at going in next year. If you're gonna trade Bryce, you going in next year with a rookie quarterback and Andy Dalton again. So you're in the same boat you was already in. You're gonna be picking first, no doubt. And you need a laundry list of players, not just one. You need a laundry list
anyway, but people don't do that no more. They don't think about going to, you get your offensive lineman and, go to Iowa and then come back, to get speedsters. But that's a bygone era.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T. My bad, dog.
All right. You got the Raiders and the Rams. That's an insignificant game. Nobody's going to talk about. It's just on the West Coast. Big game Sunday afternoon is Chiefs 49ers. I see Pat and them running the 49ers off the field. 49ers is going to get exposed for frauds that what they are. Purdy
ain't it, bro. But I don't know if Kansas City will run them off the field because I don't know if they want to do that at this point of the season based on their ultimate goal, right, which is to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Like for them, they win the game. No more. They have, Kansas City has nothing left. So for them, if they can get out there with a victory, nobody gets hurt. Like what's been par for the course for all their games this season. They win the game in a close game, right, and get out of it because they need to be right, and they still because Bryce and all them. But I'm thinking for them, it's just get out these games with W's and move on because they don't have anything to prove.
Well,
I think will be exposed when they play San Francisco play Detroit.
I don't know. Let me look.
Just I'm saying one of them aggressive teams that's still left with something to prove, or like Green Bay, something like that.
Well, I think they got Green Bay. I think they got Green Bay for sure. Let's see. Detroit. Detroit plays the 49ers Christmas Eve. I mean, New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. New Year's Eve. And they play Green Bay on the 24th.
You could be right. I'm saying it could be, but just how their style is and how they trending towards the season. It's a win and get on, survive, get to the next week.
Well, I think what you could do, and looking at it from the opposite point of view, is if I'm the Chiefs, and if I mollywop the 49ers right now, it puts the fear in everybody in the NFC North at that point. Because you already know you more than likely that's where your Super Bowl 4 is going to come from. So if you mollywop them at the 49ers, that puts them, because you already know, if I'm the Chiefs, you already know, okay, we got the AFC because nobody's going to step up. I have no faith in the Ravens. As much as I would love to see the Steelers play in the AFC Championship game, I know we ain't going to win that game because, again, they're going to do the merry-go-round plays and we're going to be dumb. So my thing is, this is a perfect opportunity to put your shine on, let everybody know we still here.
But
we
I don't think, how you say a team is too dumb or too young to understand. Detroit, to me, can't be punked like that. See, what that would do for Detroit is saying, y'all need to play us so we can show you what it is. And that's the one team that plays. I can't stand Campbell. And Kel, you don't understand. After the first 2 snaps, the game is pretty much over. But man, I wanted y'all to win that game because I get tired of seeing him beat. Because he is new Captain America. You know how they put his face. I can't stand seeing Campbell. But anyway,
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. Sunday night game is Jets and Steelers. The Jets bring out Devontae Adams. You know how that gonna go. Oh, I got to hear Collinsworth talk all this crap about how great Devontae Adams is. Devontae Adams, that was 5 years ago in Green Bay. It's not now, okay?
You over here not great. J.J. Watt, I don't wish injury on no man. Second quarter, I don't know if you're going to be seeing Aaron Rodgers much for the rest of that football game. Just put a pin in that cushion right there.
And honestly, I'm hoping Highsmith comes back this week, because if he comes back this week, we are going to destroy that Jets offensive line. Monday night game, we got 2 games on Monday night. The big game Monday night is Ravens-Bucks. This is Todd Bowles. Now, if Todd Bowles is smart, and I would do this, blitz every down. Because the Ravens don't like it.
I know. The thing is, it would be good if the linebackers would help. We are very thin right now.
Y'all should pick up.
Yeah, that's just the game that I wanted, and that's why I wanted that Denver game or that Atlanta game. One of them to add a padding for this game. It's not. We just don't do good with teams like this. Well, and so for me, this game I'm gonna watch, but it's on the next week probably, and getting ready.
Well, Levante David just got released, so y'all should pick him back
We
up.
talked about that. Yeah, Julian and I talked about you get released for a reason. Levante was really getting – I mean, he was bogged down last year in Tampa, man. Yeah. And it's funny, Junior got his Super Bowl jersey. When we went out to get the jersey, that's the one he got.
Okay. And then the nightcap, and it's coming on late, so they won't be like – it won't be starting until halftime of the first game. So Chargers and the Cardinals are coming on at 9:00 Eastern, 6:00 Pacific. You're looking at that game. They're just a fun game to watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're gonna see the little man run all over the place. And the Chargers, he needs 2 more drafts, and then they're gonna be something you're gonna have to deal with. But it's gonna take 2 more drafts though, because he doesn't have the receivers right now. He got to find a top-notch running back, and he probably got to get another offensive lineman from somewhere, because you know how Harbaugh want to play. So, yeah. All right, let's go to college. The big game of the weekend was Oregon versus Ohio State.
And
got to give Oregon credit.
Play the game, that was a turnover.
Got to give Oregon credit. Played a fantastic offensive game. They came out on top on defensively. They had a lot of players that were hurt, but they showed me something. I knew going out the outs wasn't gonna be easy anyway. But right now, I put them as the number 2 team for real, and they should hold on to that until the end of the season. They probably gonna play Ohio State again in the Big Ten championship game, and I think they're in Indianapolis again this year. So. We'll see how
that their way to me from being that they are the team that has gotten better as the season has gone along. I forget what's his name, Dylan. What's the quarterback name?
Dylan Gabriel.
Something like that. Yeah, he's learning, and it looks like he learned. And one thing that they did, they beat Chip Kelly at his own
game.
I love watching him up in the press box. Watching his offense kick his ass.
Yeah, because that's one thing about Oregon. Oregon hadn't changed offenses in years. It's still the same offense. So that says a lot. The other thing it says about Ohio State is what we already knew. They hadn't played nobody. And then Ryan Day, when it comes to a big game, he gonna mess it up every time. So you know it's covered. You know it's covered. It never fails. That train is never late. Okay, Ryan Day is gonna mess it up. And honestly, he could get back in this conversation, but I feel like they're gonna lose to somebody they ain't got no business losing to. Shout out to Penn State for going out to SC and win that game because they was getting thumped.
Yes, I watched that one too. Yes, that was.
So that said a lot about Franklin. He might be in a different spot this year because that's a game normally they get run out the stadium on, but they made a comeback and came back and win that football game. Looking at the Tigers, right now they're firing on all cylinders. I'm really getting to a point right now where I'm like, I don't think nobody in the South want to play them boys right now, Bo.
I was saying before this game, they were playing down each week. Because I got concerns. Remember, I was talking about last week, the run. Like they were giving up. And I love how he pulled them aside because for the 3 weeks prior, they weren't winning their defensive one-on-one matchups. Like, we should have been destroying teams for that defensive line. And I love when they put that sound bite. Let's hope that I'll do the defensive coordinator, not new no more. What's it? Defensive coordinator.
So I Odom. Talking about Venables.
For Clemson.
The
one now.
Yeah.
When he pulled him aside and said, just because they wait Flores, don't mean they still ain't D1 college players. Y'all need to win. And once that was the revitalization, revitalization I saw of Clemson. The defense started winning the line again. Because, man, Stanford ran us. Really, if without Stanford turnovers, that could have been an interesting game. But they was marching to our 20. Like, we ain't got the premier defensive line in America.
Right. And see, that was part of the thing. I was upset about the Florida State win because we should have dominated Florida State, and they played around with them because they knew Florida State couldn't beat them. And my thing was, it's okay to do that if you in the fourth quarter, but y'all should have jumped on them from the start and just took their soul and destroyed it at that point. And see, the schedule the rest of the way, we got Virginia this week, Louisville after that, go to Virginia Tech, which you know how that goes.
Pittsburgh.
The Pitt game is mega now. That has become the mega game in the conference. And you know, we ain't even gonna talk about the last two because last two are irrelevant to us, which is Citadel and South Carolina. And the chickens. The chickens once again get in their own way and stop themselves.
And what we should do to them, that and watching them, because I'm going to give credit to their edge rushers. Those two are good. I mean, they are, if they stay, they are draftable. I mean, I'm seeing second, third round draftable. Good.
Well, Stewart
just take them off and go up the middle, that game is over.
The thing about Stewart,
you do.
We've seen Stewart because he come from Georgia Tech. The other kid, the youngster, he's freshman. So, and see the thing about it, I don't know what's wrong with Bama. I ain't gonna say, a lot of people trying to put it on his neck, but remember I said this a couple of weeks ago. Bama does not have the depth that they used to have, and it's starting to show real quick. They don't have 3-4 linebackers you can just bring in and still dominate. They don't have that. Once you get past the first stringers, the second string is not living up to expectations. And I think that was the problem last year too, because some of the same stuff that was going on. Now, granted, Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban. We know that. I'm not even trying to put that on him. But I think there is a misconception that people think that Alabama is still as good as they have been, and they hadn't been. That's been going on for a while.
And so this is Kels, you about to say something?
Oh, no, I'm just in agreement.
Yeah, I was just going to say the difference is DeBoer is a pass-first coach. And what you see is he's trying to make Milroe into a passer. What needs to be done as the rest of the season with Milroe you run the play that's called. I will let you know when the audible because you get the helmet thing down. But for him, he should be. And there's no audibles that need to be happening with you right now. And your run should be all designed. Passing should be out the pocket, where they roll the pocket and you throw the ball. But him standing there like Penix, and that's what I think is the boys, if I give anything, his fault is trying to make him into a pocket passer, and he's not a pocket. The man threw a interception off of an onside kick. I don't think I have ever seen that before in my life. Now, I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Because really, the thing about Saturday, I was surprised that the game was so close. Because it shouldn't have been. You should have been. You could have took Carolina so quickly if you would have went on and built on that 14-0 lead real quick, because the Gamecocks was going to fold because they going through the motions. But now you've given them life. I think Saturday's game against Tennessee is big just because if Bama beats Tennessee, that pretty much puts Tennessee out of any kind of possible getting in at that point.
But do you think Bama will beat Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I watched the Tennessee-Florida game.
Tennessee is not.
Yeah. Kels, that ain't what you think it is that I finally watched it.
They should have lost.
Okay.
They should have lost.
They should have lost their Florida game.
Yeah, they should have lost Florida.
Florida always plays them tight.
Fourth quarter?
Yeah, but
they just lost the week prior.
But this Billy though, Bo. Billy messed that game up for Florida. Okay, Florida should have won that game. Really, and I think what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks is they have a lot of teams that are ranked, but they all the same. They all got major flaws. The only one that out of the SEC that hadn't showed anything yet is Texas. And that's because Texas got everything that all the big boys normally have. They got depth, they got offense, they got defense. I believe Georgia's going out there. They're gonna get ran out the stadium, bro. Honestly.
Think so?
I know.
Well, they're passing
Kirby struggled last week with a bad Mississippi State team, bro. Bad Mississippi State.
The thing is, though, his offense is coming on. I don't know if that was the focal point. See, Mississippi State's so bad you can practice, right? So the practice for that was, let's just see what we do with the offense. They know they ain't going to win the game. Like Saban to me. Saban did the best thing I've ever seen last year. He coached his team into a playoff team as the season. You remember they were losing that game?
Because they stunk last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how he just coached them to get a playoff spot. That's what this is like for me is Kirby. I don't know. I don't know if you can take that game because I think what you saw with 4 or 5 touchdowns by Bet last week. Like
but Mississippi State.
I think they're trying to, because they know they can't win anymore by just holding you defensively. That's what I'm trying to say. I think they're trying to practice some offense with the JV squad and Mississippi State.
Well, now this week, this is the put up or shut up week for a lot of teams because what we've seen what we already knew. LSU stinks. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That game shouldn't even been like that with Mississippi, because Mississippi stinks. Okay, let's just be real about it. Okay,
that season is over.
Yeah. The thing right now, if you had to think about teams that truly are impressive from the Big Ten, you go Oregon and Penn State. People gonna want to throw in Ohio State. I don't think Ohio State's good. I think they like they always are. They don't play nobody.
Can I say one more thing about Texas too?
Well, Texas.
No, I'm talking about the Oklahoma-Texas game last.
Oh, it was terrible, man.
Right quick. Oh no, it was. But if Oklahoma would have if nobody,
they had no quarterback.
Everybody hurt. But you noticed though, on the first play of the game, it was a interception. Third play of the game.
Right.
And Texas is susceptible to the blitz. And that's all I wanted to say there. If a team of that caliber, what I'm saying is they're susceptible to the blitz. And Oklahoma really defensively, They kind of stayed in that because didn't they cause 3 turnovers or something like that?
They hung in there because they started
but they had no offense.
They had no offense, and little boy, I kind of fault Brent for not changing because he should have. Because the little boy, I understand what you're trying to do, but the little boy couldn't handle that pressure, man, and it was evident in the first quarter that he couldn't handle playing in the Cotton Bowl and having that like it is. But going forward, I just think the cream is going by January 1st, by November 1st, you're gonna know who the better teams in the country are, and it's gonna be the same ones that we talk about every year. Because the SEC is starting to really, really show itself to be truly, truly underrated. I mean, overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vandy pulling it off against Kentucky. So I don't want to hear nothing about how beating Kentucky is a benchmark. Really getting your ass whooped by Kentucky.
Vandy gonna mess around and go bowling, man.
Vandy
going bowling, man. You look. Another big shout out, Army and Navy. And the only reason I'm saying this is because they go into the playoffs. Man.
One of them have to go.
Both of them probably can go, honestly. Because one thing I've noticed about Army the last few years, because, Army's gotten away. They still run some option, but Army is running a pro-style offense. But one of the things I've seen by Army the last few years, Army's getting better players. So if you get halfway decent, capable players to play at the service academies, that's a plus, because what's going to happen is they getting what they actually need, because from the Army and from the Navy, and then these cats is getting what they're supposed to get from the NCAA at this point. So it's an opportunity. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to play neither one of them first round of the playoff.
But they still got the rules, team. Like
I know they still got the rules.
270. And that's where they get hurt when they get to play big teams, is the big boys. That's when they lay on you. And I'm with you. But they need to get one of them Mountain West schools that might make it in the first, because I do think they can beat them type of schools. But going to like ACC country with the big,
they ain't standing up to Clemson. Yeah. I ain't say that now. I ain't crazy. They ain't standing up to Clemson. They ain't standing up to Bama. But if they get a Boise State, that's going to be an interesting game. If they get a Tulane, that's going to be an outstanding game.
Did y'all see him again this Saturday? The Boise State running back.
Yeah. And they got
get him out of college football right now.
They got a meme. They got a meme on social media right now talking about he stand like Michael Myers before he kills somebody, because he don't get in the stands, bro. He does not get in a stand. He just standing there. And I'm like, he a 12-year senior, bro. Get him out of school.
Exactly.
Get him out of school. I can't wait to when Boise State has to end up probably playing BYU, and you go see grown man football at that point, okay? Because everybody on BYU is 29, okay? Everybody.
Yeah. So you let him hit that corner, the Mormon's gonna be running, and he's gonna have to call. Who is it?
But I mean, if you honestly look at it, it ain't even bad what they doing. And you almost looking at, because I think he only played 3 quarters. He had 264 yards.
Yeah.
He only played 3 quarters. I'm like, what would he would have done if he would have played the 4 quarter? And they were playing, who did they play last week? They were playing somebody good.
Fresno.
Yeah.
Fresno. Yeah, the Bulldog. Yeah.
They were playing Fresno. I'm like, bro, you ain't supposed to be doing that.
He got about what? 1,300 yards already?
He got 1,300 yards already. Yeah. Right now, he's so good that they actually thinking about considering letting him win the Heisman. That's how good he's been.
He remind me, but remember now, La Tech, Darren Sproles finished 5th in the Heisman.
Right.
And he played at La Tech. So there's precedent for, these little injuries.
But you know how they love to want to give it to a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You know how that. But he right now he is dominating college football. All right. So the games for Sunday, for Saturday it goes like this here. You got Florida State and Duke. The only reason I put this game because it's Friday night and also is at Wallace Wade. You know, Wallace Wade had, you got to bring your own energy when you go to Wallace Wade because you can lose because you know how dead it can be. But the other part of this here is if Mike Norvell loses this game on Friday night, what does that do to Florida State?
He gets fired on the tarmac like
Lane Kiffin.
Steve Sarkisian did when he coached the real USC.
Okay.
He gets fired on the tarmac on the return trip home.
Well, I honestly see
it won't be Lynn Swan. It'll be whoever that is. He gonna get fired by no name.
Right. Because you at that point you'll be 1-6.
Yeah,
1-6. 1-6. And really, if Cal would have played, you'd be 0-7. But Cal screwed that up. Cal, I think what's happening with Cal right now is the travel is starting to take a toll. I honestly believe it.
Hey, but they made me money. The spread was 3. They lost by 2. They completed my parlay.
I hear you, but
my players is doing it for me covering right now. You know who's seriously don't want a betting thing because I want Clemson has covered every game outside of Georgia.
Yeah,
they have covered every spread outside, and they keep making these initial spreads 16 and 17. If you want to bet Clemson, jump the Sunday, the first odds come out because they make them. This just like they're still not respecting the hustle.
They not.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, you get Clemson against Pitt later on, and then Clemson doesn't play SMU at all. So that is going to be where, because right now Pitt and SMU, nobody's talking about it, but that they had the potential to get in the way of a Clemson-Miami ACC championship.
I'm trying to see what the spread is for the Louisville. Who we playing at Louisville, right?
Miami plays Louisville this week.
Yeah,
Clemson plays Virginia.
What's the spread on that? Is it a disrespect?
I would say 20. I would say 20 because it's in Clemson. I would say 20.
Okay. I haven't found it yet.
It'll pop up.
Yeah.
24. I think it's 24. I'll go on there.
Well, Virginia shocked me because they beat Louisville last week. I didn't see that.
I got 18 on bookie.
ESPN bet has it at as soon as it comes
up. I got 18.5. And anything under 20 bet to me.
15.
You see 16, Kelsey?
16 and a half.
Oh shit, man. Y'all, man.
Yeah, jump on that all
16,
day.
Jump that.
Jump on that all day.
All day long.
ESPN bet got it at 21 and a half.
And Kelsey, if you got a spot that got you 16, yeah, because what's the name? My book got it at 18, and I jumped on that already. So yeah.
All right.
Do that.
Friday night we got Oregon and Purdue. Oregon should
Purdue is terrible. I haven't watched Purdue because I just, how you see the scroll? It looked like they are getting 60 dropped on them every goddamn game.
They do because they are. That's why.
Yeah.
Also, Friday night you got Oklahoma State versus BYU. This is an opportunity for BYU to put a beat down on State, and nobody's talking about them, but they are leading the Big 12. You might better start paying attention. All right, Saturday's games. You got Miami at Louisville.
Upset alert.
Yeah, just because I don't think Miami is.
The old folks in the South say, if you keep looking for it, you're going to get it.
Yep, and they looking for
Miami looking for it.
And they going to get the ass whooping that they looking for. And they going to have to go out and get their own switch. And it better not be dry rot.
That's it.
I hear you, boo. All right, 1 o'clock. You got Clemson and you got Virginia and Clemson at 12 o'clock. You also have at 1:45, South Carolina goes to Oklahoma.
Is that homecoming for Clemson?
For Virginia, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's homecoming. You plan on going? Old stomping ground?
No.
Okay. Hey, Tony Elliott do get to come home too. Is Tony Elliott a Clemson graduate?
Yeah, he graduated from Clemson.
Okay, cool. So yeah, hey, that's nice. I don't know if you want to
great time to bring him home, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, win or lose.
Coming
Yeah.
home.
Win or lose, he gonna have fun.
Right.
There he is.
The big game, well, this is Saturday afternoon, not Saturday night. Alabama and Tennessee is Saturday afternoon at 3:30 in Knoxville. Then you also have a game that has undertones. You got Notre Dame versus Georgia Tech
Georgia Tech, yeah, that could be a good one.
in Atlanta. In Atlanta.
Could be a good one.
Bobby Dog.
I gotta look at that. Yeah.
And Bobby
alert.
Dog.
That's another upset alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can knock Notre Dame out of the playoff right here.
Yeah.
All right. Michigan plays Illinois. Michigan got back in the top 25 by being off last week. Michigan stinks, man. They can't play. They don't have a quarterback, so they stink.
Y'all know La Tech and New Mexico State play tonight.
Yeah, they are. There is a football game every day from now until the end of November.
Because y'all, I don't know if y'all see me side-eye. North Carolina is playing Memphis right now, basketball.
Right.
In the tip-off class. Hey.
Already?
Yes. The game over. It's 3:45. We up 78-69. That's why you see me cut because you know how I am.
But I'm like, I didn't think games were starting.
I was getting ready to call you and say, we may do this tomorrow instead of today. Yeah. But hey, Trimble is gonna be a problem. Go ahead, dog.
Okay. All right. And then Saturday night, the two big games in the SEC. You got LSU traveling to Arkansas. This is Chip Kelly probably gonna bottom out and lose against Arkansas. I'm just gonna say that. I have no faith in Chip Kelly. Brian Kelly, not Chip Kelly. Brian. I have no faith in Brian Kelly. LSU stinks. It's so hard to watch an LSU game, man, because I'm so used to
win was the turn the corner game for him. You think that win was a turn the corner game for him? Like, you know how you need
no, because it's lame. Stuff. It's lame, man. It's lame.
Yeah, true.
It's lame.
It helped out. It helped them out though, because they leapfrogged in the poll.
Yeah, but it's still lame though, bro. I mean, you knew Mississippi was not 6th ranked in the country. You knew that was not Mississippi. Okay, Lane is the most overrated coach ever. Yeah, he's a good offensive coordinator, but Lane is not a head coach, man. And you do realize he beat Carolina the other week and didn't do nothing offensively, right? Gamecocks gave him that game.
Yeah.
So he didn't do that. And then the big game Saturday night, which I am waiting for, because it's going to say who is the big dog in the SEC, Georgia versus Texas. If Texas rolls Georgia, Houston, we got a problem.
Texas probably wins the Georgia secondary suspect.
Big time. I would even go out and say this here. If Clemson played Georgia right now, where both of them are, Clemson would beat Georgia by 2 touchdowns. By 2 touchdowns. If they play where they are right now. So, all right, put a bow on this. Another great show. I don't think anything else other than the trades was big. Like I said, this week is a kind of good week for all of this because NFL, this is where you need to start making your move. If you're gonna make a playoff run, these are where you need to start making your moves. Kelsey, I feel for you.
Or stay in striking distance.
I feel for you, brother. That's all I can say. Y'all.
It's over.
Hey, here's another bar ref. The time of the Geechee is here.
Watch it. He just did Rocket 3, man. I mean Rocket 4. Throw the time. Throw the damn time.
Throw the time, man.
It's over. And y'all were flying high, man. Y'all were feeling good after y'all had beat us. Y'all really were. That
was our Super Bowl.
You know what? I hate to see y'all down, man. Because it ain't no fun when y'all down.
But a Cowboy fan is always gonna do some foolishness stuff. We still going to the Super Bowl.
I know y'all gonna say some stupid stuff like that, but bruh, y'all, I mean, even some of y'all most hardened Cowboy fans right now are just gone, man. Y'all ain't even talking stuff. I ain't heard
from got so bad that when Hunt put the thing in the group thing, Skeet, Rick, nobody saying nothing. That's how bad he got.
Cricket.
It's not cricket level.
Well,
Detroit just scored again.
Yeah. You know what make it really, really bad? Because it's Detroit. You know what I mean? If it was anybody else, if it would have been the 49ers, but it was Detroit.
But it's kind of payback because I don't know if you remember the Tony Romo era when the catch that wasn't a catch.
Yeah.
That was a catch. Later on.
Yeah.
You know how we got to that point because there was pass interference against Detroit that wasn't called.
Right.
They caused Detroit to lose that game.
Yeah.
And then we had the catch that wasn't a catch that was a catch. So Green Bay beat us. And I think Seattle's outright beat Green Bay. But it all started back then. And then you got to remember too. I think towards the end of Romo's career, we were up 27-3 into the first quarter. And Romo started doing Romo things. What was the linebacker from Ohio State? They had the mullet.
Clay Matthews?
White guy.
Talking about Hawk?
No, it was
AJ Hawk?
Yeah. AJ Hawk.
Okay.
Made AJ Hawk a Pro Bowler in that one game. I think he picked Tony Romo about 2 or 3 times.
AJ Hawk got the stupidest look on what's that show he on? Yeah, man, he looks so damn stupid on that show set there. He like a stuffed fucking potato. Excuse my language. He like a stuffed potato, man. He make me sick looking at him on that show.
Well, see, here's the thing though, and honestly, none of this is going the way we thought it was going to go, just because of injuries and things.
Yeah. Anybody get quarterback get hurt right now, everything. Yeah. What's that? That Dr. Pepper commercial when they get on the hype train,
right?
And then they read the thing to quarterback. Well, time to get off the hype train. Yeah. So
yeah, exactly.
But honestly, from a hype standpoint, Jaden Daniels deserves all the hype that he's getting. I can't take nothing away from him.
No, that boy's bad.
Honestly, it's just like how I say in the AFC. The AFC is better when the Dolphins are good, when the Raiders are good, when Denver's good, because that's what we grew up on. In NFC, when the Commanders / Redskins are back to being a relevant team, if the Cowboys were hitting on anything, if the Eagles and Giants were able to sustain, that's what we look for. Honestly, again, I'll say this here after watching Sunday night's game, the Giants stink. You can't even get a better way to describe them than the Giants stink, man. They are pitiful. And the only reason we can't talk more trash about the Giants is because we're playing in the same era that the Carolina Panthers are sitting on, man. They stink too. Okay? It's some bad football out there. And we as the consumers of this garbage need to really, really say something, because there's no reason to have this kind of ineptitude in front offices, man. There's too much money going around for you not to even put a competitive team.
But that's the problem. Still support.
I don't see, but see the Giants, I don't worry about, because the market will make them have to. The Panthers will not. The Panthers doesn't have a market that will make them react to have to do it. As the New York market, you got to do something after a while, just because they're gonna get on your ass after a while.
Well,
and so the Giants, they go through this lull where they lose, and then it take about 12 more years. Yeah, think about the 80s. Then you get to the 90s, after the 91 Super Bowl, they didn't win nothing. Then you get to the 2007s. Then they're going to have, they had that lull. They'll have this lull. And the Giants, I don't worry about, because the market for them, New York, they're not going to let you be bad but for so long.
The Jets been bad for 50 years.
But see, that's the Jets. They haven't invested in the Jets.
The Jets been bad for 50 years.
That's like the Clippers and the Lakers. Yeah. The Jets don't matter.
Yeah, the Jets don't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't ever hear about them. Woody is a cultural just albatross around their neck. He's old. The Giants, they got the new stadium. They got everything. And so I'm really and from just me, like you said, growing up, I have never seen the Giants be too bad for too long. They eventually just figure it out. Now the Panthers, they don't have podcast folk talking. They ain't got the media talking, because even though for as bad as the Panthers is, if I'm looking at TV, it's always the Giants they're talking about. Why? Because it's New York.
Mhm.
You don't
But
really
here's the
know I
thing.
can't South Carolina, so you don't just get talked about on TV. What audience are you speaking to? Eldrick, my son, and the 5 other Negroes that I know that support the Panthers. I mean, you have no audience to talk. My team, like, if you talk, who are you talking to, man? 7 rednecks, me, Junior, and my wife.
Well, bro. I mean, the South is relevant right now because Kirk O'Change, you know, he got Atlanta popping, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we got to talk about it. Atlanta is popping. You know,
I'm seeing Cousins jerseys everywhere, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm at the point right now where I'm like, y'all need to bring red joints back, bro. Just playing the red all the time, baby. Y'all just bring the red joints back.
That red was tight.
Bro. Bring the red joints back. Don't play. Look here. Get rid of the black. We don't want the hell. Just bring. Hey, the red joints. That's what we doing. That's how we rolling. That's what y'all need to be doing from now on. You know, because one thing I can say about them, and they've been highly entertaining. I can't take nothing from them. They've been highly entertaining. Okay, and they got one of the best young running back. I love watching that boy play because that boy he's something special, man. And I hope they can keep this going.
Yeah.
Or the tandem in Algiers and Bijan.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch both of them.
Oh, hey, that's good football there, man. You know what I'm saying? If they can sustain that, I have absolutely no problem watching the Falcons every week.
No problem at all, man. Ray.
Yeah, but you know what though? One thing that has always been consistent by Ray makes plays. Well, Ray
exactly.
will football up in a heartbeat.
Ray.
He will.
He will cough it up in a heartbeat, folks. So don't get to a point where you got to depend on Ray, okay? Because he will screw it up.
And Ray playing free, but they got Mooney.
They got Mooney.
They trying to incorporate him a little bit more. London, and you got Ray.
Yeah, and Kyle Pitts is starting to get singled up, and that's a beast by himself.
Yeah. I didn't realize London was as big as he was. He's 6'4".
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah. The reason you didn't if you didn't watch Southern Cal football, you didn't know Drake London was anybody. That's why.
Yeah. No.
But Drake London was that dude.
He's what we call out here Pac-12 after dark.
Yeah. Drake London is that kind of dude though, man. Like I say, because he played on the West Coast, nobody knew that.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're a football head and you understood. But yeah, hey, it's a cat right now. I think he come out this year. That the boy at Arizona.
Yeah.
He a nerd. He gonna be a problem. Whoever get him, he ain't gonna go high. He ain't gonna go high because he ain't no burner. But whoever get him, he gonna be a terror to somebody because you can't even stop him. And nobody talking about it. But the first game of the year, he had 11 receptions for 307 yards. Yes, he is like that.
Yeah,
he is like that, and he is a junior.
He took everything.
Probably coming out. He coming out.
He took everything to the house, or close to it anyway.
Bruh,
11 catches for 300 yards.
Bruh, he run his routes correctly. He one of them Cooper Cups. He run his routes correctly. Yeah. You know,
and Amari Cooper, prime Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
he's nice on the right in the routes.
Yeah. You gotta bracket him from the inside and outside because if you don't, he gonna mess you up.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he gonna be a problem. So you look for that. Whoever get him, that he is gonna be somebody. And you know what? I'm just gonna ask this before we get off. Why has nobody signed Hunter Renfrow?
That's a good question. That is a great question.
Just like he might be with Hogan, that dude that used to play for the Patriots.
Yeah,
he played lacrosse. They out there in the lacrosse field throwing it in the net, man.
Bro, I mean, it just something ain't right about that. One of the best slot receivers to come out in the last 10 years, and nobody.
And let's say with him, he made it decide. Slot receiver is not what I want to do every day, all day. So I'm retiring, and I'm going to do something else that's not going to make my CTE compounded over time.
Well,
that's true.
Because that dude took a lot of hits.
Yeah, he did. Them 4 years at Clemson did him. I ain't gonna lie, cause
he didn't take a shot to the head from Ryan Clark like Wes Welker did though.
no, that's why Wes Welker on the sideline coaching now. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he coached the Dolphins wide receivers because that hit still reverberating. Like Ryan Clark said. Like Ryan Clark said, they made rules because of me.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm not taking anything away from Ryan Clark. But the hardest hitter on y'all team was Hines Ward. Something was wrong with that fella, man. Something was wrong with Hines, man.
Well, he knew how to put that chi in it because he half Korean. He knew how to put the chi in all his hits. So when he hit you, all that energy come through. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know how the chi go. When you get the chi.
Yeah.
He was on offense, to the mountains with the iron mask. He came back. He learned the ways of whatever. He just flowed.
But he was on offense. That's the problem. You can't hit like that. That's what I'm saying,
and that's what and then
that's what's wrong with the league
in the modern NFL right now is both of them wide receivers from Detroit. I swear they don't look. They look to tackle you. F around with that team. They are the F around to find out.
Let's find out.
Yeah. And act like you don't want to be part of the play. They find you to run you over.
Yeah, Detroit is like that now. Offense and defense. Detroit.
It's Amon St. Ron. He think he is an Egyptian god of some sort.
Yeah.
So he think he can just poof and you know.
They different, bro. They different. And you know where it come from though? They coach. Because he crazy.
Yeah.
He crazy. And but I guess when you play in that division, that's the way you gotta be though.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't, it's just like you can't be soft and play in the AFC North or the NFC North. You can't be soft, bro. No. You got to hurt somebody,
As Joshua
I've always said you can't be soft and play in the Big Ten in the wintertime.
No. You got to play because Big Ten is grown man football when the snow falling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That grown man football. Yeah. You ain't throwing no football. We running this thing. And I guess that's why everybody gets so upset with Ohio State. Because they play that finesse football, when it counts most, but then when they play in Minnesota, they try to kill them. You know what I mean? That's what get them in trouble. But it is what it is. But again, great show, fellas. We're gonna finish it up. We'll see y'all next week, and look forward to another good week of football. We've had some good references. Throw the towel, and and old Martin. We've been.
Don't forget the milk carton.
Yeah, the milk carton was a good one. Milk carton was a good one because y'all need a running back, bro. Maybe y'all need to build one. Do like on man.
We bring Emmett back.
For what?
He's better than what we
got. You already saw the commercial when they tried to come back. Now, they already told you. They
can't do that no more, man.
Hey, I love when he catch the ball. I still got it. He was ready to
exactly.
But out of all of them,
out
of all of them, that's the one you might better watch, though, because shoot, man, Moss is still he like that, bro.
Yeah.
He like that.
For sure.
All right,
man.